So we'll show a number of SaaS solutions all working together, actually using those analytics for real to help you get offers out to your customers. Before I do that, let's just start here. So we put up this picture of, what are we talking about in customer intelligence? Very, very high level. What are the kind of the main areas, the main disciplines that we're talking about? All about building deeper customer insight, acting on that insight, and then working out how good you are and how effective you've been. Let's go into those in a little more detail and see what's there in the behind the scenes. So if we drill a little bit further into our customer insight section, okay, to get really good insight about our customers, to get the best value from our analytics, it's pretty important we're actually working with good data. Because if we're not, we're going to get the incorrect findings out, that when we use that to drive campaigns, we're not going to make much money. So it's pretty important to get the quality of our customer data right. And once that's right, then we can start looking at predicting who's likely to buy which product, who's at risk, which are the best customers to think about acquiring through our predictive analytics. And we've touched on that in more than enough detail. And really giving us some variations, some flavors on each of those themes, understanding segments, behavioral segments that we actually have, maybe other types of segments as Neil was touching on before, so that we can probably develop more targeted predictions about behavior. And then we'll move on to actually putting our intelligence into practice. We're starting to design campaigns that we're actually going to use to drive those customers out into those offers out to our customers, either through our inbound channels or directly in the form of outbound campaigns. Once we start building up that big portfolio of analytics that Neil was talking about, gives us lots and lots of opportunities to do a lot for each customer. There'll be a lot of choices for all the things that we could do for each customer at any one point in time, be that within a week or within a month's campaigns. We can probably cross-sell them products. We can maybe think about putting retention activity in place. But which one is the best thing for us to do? And we'll come on to that in the next section. But analytics is a key driver into helping us optimize our strategies, particularly predictive analytics, helping us find out if we've got 10 choices of things we could do, we've only got the budget to do one of them, and our customer contact strategy says we should only do one of them. So which is the best? We'll talk about that in the next session. And then finally, helping us measure and report effectiveness, and again, learn and improve. So feeding all this learning back into that kind of insight part of the process and getting better, making sure we constantly improve. Optimizing marketing investments is an interesting one, and again, I'll touch on that within the next section. And this is more looking at a higher level, maybe above the line. Probably most of your organizations are still spending quite a lot on press ads, on TV ads, banner ads, radio campaigns. How do you know how effective those campaigns are, and how can you really make sure you're spending money in the right places? I'm just going to talk about some fairly new technologies that we're introducing, are kind of in test now, but are likely to be rolled out into Europe probably later on this year. Okay, so finally, so what are we going to look at next? Well, what I'm going to do next is run a quick demo, and it is going to be quick, it's going to be 10-20 minutes. Really showing you some of these things in practice. So we're actually going to build a campaign. We'll use our own campaign management system to put an offer to customers, and we're going to use email as the channel because it's nice and interactive, and we've got some great ways of telling how our customers are responding to that offer. So the campaign we're going to run, and unfortunately, again, we keep on coming back to banking, and apologies, because there are a lot of people here from the telco audience, and we do have quite a lot of banking-focused examples. But suspend your disbelief for a minute, and I think what we're going to show you is just as relevant to any industry, be it banking, be it telco, be it retail. So we're going to start off a bit of a busy diagram. We'll start off defining a segment of customers. We'll understand that they have a need for a particular product, and this is a personal loan product we're going to offer. We'll then pull that information into a campaign. We'll pull together some creatives for what we want the offer to look like when it gets out to the customers. And we'll work out how we're going to personalize the offer going out to the customers. So we'll pull all the information about segments together with this to build some refined segments within the campaign. Then we're going to execute the campaign and engage with our customers. 2 channels, email, and we're going to follow this side of the process through in some detail. Because email gives us a chance to see who responds, who opens it, who then is interested enough to start thinking about clicking through on links in the email to get onto your website to find out more. So we'll follow this process through. Some people will be successful, they'll apply, Others will not. For various reasons, they'll abandon the application process. But what we want to do then is understand who abandoned, and Neil's going to show you more about how you can understand that, and then we want to re-engage them. If they were interested enough to get all this way through, let's see if we can actually get them the final step to complete the offer. And then we'll show you how we're going to measure and report on this process all the way through.